Hey everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pinkbucker Designs, and I've got a beautiful card to show you. It's a Christmas card that is not traditional colors. It features my favorite Stampin' Up! Color, Polished Pink. It's one of our new in colors. I'm using several stamp sets, well I guess just two. The sentiment comes from Encircled in Warmth, and these awesome little candy canes come from the background stamp called Candy Canes. Now this stamp set coordinates with a set of dies in the annual catalog. This is in the holiday catalog. This is in the annual catalog. And actually, these dies have another stamp set that you can buy as a bundle that coordinates with these dies. So now you have two stamp sets that will coordinate with these beautiful dies. So I'm going to show you how to do this. We're going to use some stitched rectangles. We're going to use some layering circles and those Encircled in Beauty dies. And it's quite the layered card, but that's how I like it. I think you guys would like it too. All right, let's make those candy cane backgrounds first. Now I've got my Stamparatus. I like to use my Stamparatus with background stamps because if you need to stamp again, it'll stay lined up for you and you won't have to worry about it. Sometimes with a background stamp, you know, because it's so big, you have to stamp again because you didn't necessarily get equal pressure all the way around. All right, so I'm going to line it up there, and I am going to use our Craft White because I'm going to be embossing. And Craft White is a pretty juicy ink, and you're going to want to do the full half sheet of cardstock because to get 4 rectangles out of the image, you're going to need to have the full image. All right, so press it all the way around and let's see if we get the full coverage. I think I'm going to do it again. I'm going to ink it up again. Sometimes I need a couple of layers with my white ink to get it completely covered. All right, let's see how that looks. All right, that's good. Actually, let's come back down here and see. Push down there. Okay, now let's move that out of the way and get our white embossing powder. I put mine just in this little Tupperware thing to make it easier to scoop. And I'm just going to pour it all over, get it covered everywhere. And then let's dump it all back in there. All right, make sure you get all the little crumbs off. Right here, this is a line. Let's see, do I have a paintbrush? This is a line just from my ink that I got on the edge of the stamp, and it is fine because we're going to die cut all the pieces out of there. But you can use a little paintbrush to get all the little granules out of the places that you don't want them. All right, now I'm going to grab my heat tool, and this is going to take probably a good minute or so, so I will probably heat up the video. You want to make sure that you get everything dry, and you'll see it's dry once everything turns shiny.
Look at how far we've traveled.
All right, once you have everything nice and shiny, you want to turn your paper all the way around and make sure you've got everything because we're going to use almost every square inch of this. Now, let's stamp our other image, which is the sentiment, Warm Christmas Wishes, and I'm going to stamp it in Polished Pink on Basic White. That way, when we bring over our cut and emboss machine, we can get them both done at the same time. All right, so in order to get 4 of these rectangles out of this piece, you're going to need, let's see, let me see what the size of this is so that you'll know. You don't have to guess. This rectangle is 3 1/8 by about 1 1/4. So to get all 4 rectangles, you're going to need to start right here at the corner and go across, and then you'll do one like that, okay? Now I actually have 2 sets of rectangle dies, so I'm going to be able to do 2 at once. But typically, if you only have one, you'll have to run it through 4 times. I think it's worth it. It's really cute. Okay, there's our first 2. And let's do the one right here in the middle. And we'll do one right there. So not every square inch. I guess you would have a little tiny strip left down there if you wanted to use it for something, maybe along the bottom of the inside. Now I like to go through twice with my stitched dies, my stitched rectangles specifically. Isn't that cute? Just because they are a little more persnickety, maybe that's the word. They need a little extra strength to get them through. All right, now I'm going to use a circle. The first time I did this, I used this circle and I felt like it just was a little bit too small. So this time I'm going to bump it up 1 size. I mean, it's like 1/8 of an inch difference. All right, so now we've got all of that. I have already cut out our beautiful frame from the Encircled in Friendship dies. This one is this die right here. Cut it out of basic white. And we're going to layer these with dimensionals. I also cut out a scalloped vellum circle. It actually doesn't have to be scalloped. It could just be regular circle. It's a little bit smaller, but it's going to kind of help that to pop off of that busy background. See, it just gives a little bit of an edge down there to your frame. All right, let's layer all of these up. I have a basic black mat. Now, the measurements and supply lists for this are all going to be on my blog. This was originally a Facebook Friday project. So when you click the link to go over to my blog, there will be 2 other Encircled in Warmth projects for you. Okay, now dimensionals. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of each one of these. And I'm not going to press down. I'm just going to kind of lay it down because I might need to wiggle them around a little bit. All right, I'm going to start the 2 at the bottom. And see, I'm just doing them kind of crooked. Okay, I don't want them straight. Let's do this one overlapping like that. I think I might get perfect placement the first time. That's unusual. Usually I have to adjust a little bit, but look, I like it. All right, I can push those down right there. All right, now let's bring over this. I actually am going to get a piece of my favorite ribbon, my very favorite ribbon. This is the black and white gingham ribbon. I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive there, and I'm going to start this ribbon like this, and then I'm going to fold it over as I go. Okay, pushing it in place and over, like, let's get it a little bit further out because we want it to stick out underneath. There we go. Okay, now let's cut that end off like that. All right, now a few more dimensionals, which will also help hold our ribbon in place and get our warm Christmas wishes right there. And I'm going to add a black twine bow. Okay, let's get that nice and perfect. You know, I'm going to show you guys something. One thing I have found with the twine, when it twists, if you actually cut the piece off of the roll, it does a little bit better. For some reason, it doesn't roll around like it does when it's still attached. I don't know why that is, but I just seem to have better luck. See how it just kind of lays better. All right, let's get a mini glue dot. And we'll put that right there in this little bottom corner here. Okay, and then I've got a few of our matte dots, and I don't have my take your pick tool, which would make this so much easier putting these little dots on. So I'm just going to use my scissors. The take your pick tool has that little sticky end, and it really helps picking those up. Okay, last but not least, we're going to put this stack on a polished pink card base. I'm going to put one dimensional in each corner and put that right there. And there you have it, a fun, kind of non-traditional Christmas card. I hope you guys like this. Of course, if you don't want to do pink, you could do red, you could do green, you could do any color you want. But I love using the pink and the black for Christmas. I think it's fun. All right, click the link and hop back over to my blog, grab that PDF, and I hope you'll give this a try for yourself. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.